Hello guys, my name is alex.framed. I'm a local street photographer coming out of Reno, Nevada. I shoot street photography in Reno specifically, but I do shoot outside of Reno, just not as of lately. Either way, I'm trying to kind of grow something on YouTube to kind of have a grasp on community and kind of critiques. You know, it sounds strange, but I am kind of gear heavy, but I don't want to be that channel that is gear heavy. I want to focus on street and what it is to me. And I just think I think I'm doing enough to kind of show where I'm getting at and to show my vision. And I'm really wanting to, have a feel for what you guys think and just what other people think. Cause I'm getting to the point where I'm like kind of getting number with this. And I know it sounds strange. I think I guess it comes down to humble beginnings, but at the same time, if I've been doing this for 3 years, I feel like there needs to be something to move forward with. Because if I keep shooting street forever and there's nothing progressing with street, it could be totally hobbyist. Like Vivian Meyer, for one. She never cared about being a street photography legend and showing her work off. She never cared until she died and people found out where her street work was because a guy bought her I don't know what it was, but it was pretty much like a giant luggage full of her work, her negatives and everything that was unprocessed. I'm not sure exactly how much, maybe 100,000 plus. And I got one of her books. I found out who she was a long time ago, but I wanted her book for real, and it was fucking amazing just looking through all that. And like the color work, you don't see that too often because she shot mostly black and white, and she was good either way around. And all she used is a Rolleiflex, and that camera is super legendary. And I do want to shoot medium format eventually, but I want to shoot more 3:2 aspect ratio than square format. I hate square format. It looks like a fucking iPhone photo. But either way, I love the XE5, which I've been shooting with. I love film, but I can't do that right now because my camera's fucking broken. It's capable, but it's broken. I'll probably get towards the end of the video and explain why. But for now, I'm going to start showing you some video clip of my experiences as of right now. It was recent. I mounted a GoPro to my XE5 and I went around Reno and I shot some footage with street photography at the same time. Thing is, like I said, street photography is extremely finicky around here because it's such a small little city and people are very self-aware and people are not used to being on camera nor getting their photo taken. So I'm not getting close to people and shooting 3 feet away all the time. So I'm still learning, but either way, let's go to the streets and frame some shots. Let's quickly get right into it. As you see, I am now approaching the subject. I take a picture of them, and there's 3 of them, and they look like to be like really good friends, having a good time. And I just like the way I framed it. I like how alive it is. I like how they're smiling. It's real. It's natural. They're not posing for the camera. They're just talking. I like how the friend to the right of them is very awkward looking, but maybe they're aware of my, me taking a photo of them in the camera, which is another camera on top of it, which is my GoPro. But I do like it. It's overexposed. The Fuji X5 actually is really good with light, so you don't gotta overexpose on it. And honestly, I kind of wish I did properly expose, but either way, it's a really good photo either way. But I do like it, and let's get on to the next picture. So in his next scene, I then approach his family that looks like they just got out of a wedding, which is probably what happened, or they just got out of church. And I like the way they looked, and they looked really, I guess you could say majestic. So I approach them, and then I start snapping off the girls and their family, and I really like the way the photos turned out. As you can see in this photo, you can see the 2 girls and the family in the background, and either one of their family members or family friend in the suit back there, the gentleman, just makes the picture look bold. He looks very mysterious, very strong. I really liked the way it looked. And then, I took another photo of them too, and also I took a photo of what looks like a mother and son, and they're moving to the left. Also like the way that looked, very interesting, and it was really I liked it. I really liked it. And it's by this place called like Reno Axe, which is a bar we throw axes. It's interesting, but I don't care about bars. And then the next scene, it's a family of a female and her daughter, and she seems to be rushing out with her daughter. It almost looks like they're rushing somewhere important. Gives it a story, you know, and I really like that too. Again, very busy area, very distractive. No one cares about who I am if I'm taking photos of them. I probably could have done like eye view photography with the EVF, but again, whatever. But either way, I really like the photos that turned out, and honestly, one of my favorites of this day. So off to the next part of the video, and it's gonna be these two older couple. They're looking at these older photos in this monument thing, whatever it's called, of Reno, you know, like from back in like the 30s, I think, or 40s. And I pretend to be a tourist myself, and I kind of like go in front of them and take a snapshot real quick of them right here. It's an okay photo, nothing too interesting. I liked it. That's not the best photo I've ever taken, honestly, far from the best. But yeah, I do enjoy the way it looks. And in the same scene, crossing the crosswalk, I do take a photo of this couple to the left of me, which I don't like doing, to be honest, but I do it a lot, and I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and take photos straight on. But I did like it. I like what's going on in the background. It's very dark because my preset I made in Lightroom, I'm trying to mimic, in a way, like Provia and Ektachrome 64, but that's extremely difficult, especially on digital cameras, because it just looks so ugly if you don't lift the shadows a little bit with that kind of like filmic look, kind of grayish or green or even reddish look that film gives off in the shadows, especially deep shadows. It just looks so ugly digitally because it looks like a void, like a black void, and on slide film it just looks amazing just because how film renders. So yeah, but those photos are okay. I didn't mind them, and there was something to shoot. So in this part of the video, I see these possible friends or couple or just family walking together down the road, and they are really interesting dynamic. She's wearing like a suit and tie, while he's wearing more like rugged streetwear, I suppose, and walking his pitbull. And I just like the way it turned out. As much as I don't like shooting to the left of me, I just did not want to disturb them, and they might have known I was taking a photo of them. I mean, it's obvious when you point your camera at them, but either way, I liked the way it looked, and I really just thought it was interesting and cool. And I don't know. I thought it rendered well, and I hope you liked the photo as well. Okay, so I am coming back to the event around the Eddy, but I start snapping off while I'm going there again. And then I come across this one subject. He looks like to be smoking, but you know, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I took a photo of it, he's really kind of cut right in the center of the frame. The lady to the side, which is definitely homeless, she makes the photo look really interesting. It's just so mocking. She's drinking. Her face is almost like discombobulated, where like she's looking, I know it sounds kind of rude, but manic. And she's looking at me and at the camera, which she probably doesn't even care about. And she just looks kind of like off, right? And it makes the photo look very strong. And I don't know, I like it. I like her more in the photo than I like the guy I took a photo of, because that's like a surprise within the photo of who she is and when she was even there. And I liked it. So I come back to the Eddy finally, and I see this friend group, and they look really interesting to me. So I go right in front of them, and then I frame the photo perfectly. And this photo is like awesome. I love these kind of photos. This is the kind of photography I'm trying to get to eventually, where I just don't have a mocking feeling that I'm being stared at or people even care, because, oh, excuse me, little burp. Anyways, I just think this photo is perfectly composed. Everyone's in it. Everyone's head's in it. There's no crop at all, and I did it perfectly. I like how uniform they look when it comes to black to brown colorways. They're very characteristic. They're in motion. They're looking for things on the path that they have, probably from the event. Just wondering what to do next. I like how our friend in the middle, or their friend in the middle, just looks awkward or confused and puzzled, and it just explodes with personality. And I love this photo. It's awesome. It's more interesting than other photos I've taken in a long time. and I enjoy it. I mean, the previous photos with the family and the wedding, like that was awesome too. But this photo it's gone. I would say it's perfectly composed, and this is something I'm looking for when it comes to street photography. So I hope you like this photo as well, because I sure do. So in this scene, I'm walking down the same path, and I see these girls, but they didn't make the cut. And they move along and keep going down here until I see these two women, and one's walking towards me and one's facing backwards. And so I took a photo of them, and I don't know what it is, but I really like the way the photo looks. I really like the way how one of the women is looking back and one of the women's coming towards me. And I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. I think it's the lighting. I like how they have two different tones of hair. I do like how one of them is wearing, or they're both wearing white. Maybe she's wearing more of a creamy white, and the one on the right's wearing a very bright white. But to me, it's strange. I don't know how to explain it, but something about it is interesting to me, and I don't know how to explain it. And especially, odd enough, I do like the woman in the very back that's hiding behind her and looking forward. I don't know what it is. It just seems strange in a good way. Maybe it's a super basic photo and you're thinking what's so good about this photo, but I like it. I guess it's just the lighting at the end of the day. And especially how loud it was and how much was happening. I don't know. I just think nothing wrong with smiling sometimes. You know, I don't always smile myself, but I just liked it. And I have no way explaining why. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. And that's all I had to show for this video. Maybe eventually I will showcase my film work more, as I did in the beginning of the video. That was Fujifilm 400, not the XE5 at some point. It was pretty clear if you could tell. And anyways, either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, you subscribe if you want, like it, dislike, critique me. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know, I really enjoy street photography. It's really a passion of mine. And to show my work is something I've been really loving to do. I don't have a huge support system. I do have some local photographers that follow me and we like each other's posts, and it's really nice to see the support. But I like to grow a little more, you know. I like to see where I go with this, because I am addicted. I am so addicted. I never used to care about photography until I saw, you know, honestly, one of the most famous videos from Bruce Gilden of doing photography in New York, you know, with flash. That shit was fucking crazy to me, because I've never seen anything like that before. And so it just inspired me to grab a camera. My first camera was a G85, which I still have, and I don't even use it. It's beat up. And I just kept buying cameras I didn't need, and I sold some cameras I didn't need. And I finally got the XE5 because I needed to, you know, honestly humble myself and buying so much film. But in the future, I do plan to shoot film again. I do have point and shoots that are somewhat capable, but not really. And we'll see what happens. But maybe in the next video, I'll explain the reason why I do street photography so much, and why I like it so much in photography, in a much more broad, I guess, answer and explanation. But overall, this will be me saying goodbye, and this is alex.framed. Follow me on Instagram, so I post most of my stuff, and any other social media platforms. If I care about, you know, showing them, I'll tell you where to go. Anyways, that'll be it, and goodbye.